Madam Speaker. I'd like to ask the Premier about a number of important issues that Nova Scotians are facing that are united by a common theme. The Premier acknowledging a problem, but then failing to act. Since the start of this session, New Democrats have been fighting for things that matter to everyday Nova Scotians. The Premier knows that the cost of living is the #1 issue facing the people of this province, but when we asked for a seniors' income benefit that would help Nova Scotian seniors live in dignity, he said no. When we pointed out that new families are losing hundreds, if not thousands of dollars through the practice of waitlist fees, the Premier agreed, but then refused to ban it. People are struggling, but the Premier has refused to discuss taking the HST off of groceries, freezing pharmacare fees, or establishing a school lunch program. When will the Premier act to meaningfully help the people of this province who are struggling?
I recognize the Honourable Premier.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Every day, this government is working to support Nova Scotians, to assist Nova Scotians. Every single day, I could list a litany of programs that we're supporting, that we're expanding, that we're creating every single day, Madam Speaker. And just to the member's point, it's actually very rare that I just say no. I often take this information, we go away, we think about it. It's very difficult to make government policy in a question period in 45 seconds, but we listen, we go away, we assess, we see what's possible, and on a number of those things we'll do that. There's HST is already off most of the things that you would buy at the grocery store, but we're open to looking for ways to help Nova Scotians. We don't just say no.
I recognize the Leader of the New Democratic Party.
Thank you, and I thank the Premier for that answer. So I want to ask the Premier again about waitlist fees for childcare. The Minister of Education and Early Childhood Development has finally agreed that the practice of predatory and unfair waitlist fees is wrong, but they are still being charged, and we are no further along in addressing the issue of banning fees. Will the Premier be very clear and commit that unfair waitlist fees will be stopped by this government?
I recognize the Honourable Premier.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And access to affordable childcare is fundamental. We're making great strides in making sure that there is affordable childcare for Nova Scotians. I'm very proud of the work that's being done on that file. And the Minister has already said that that's a practice that's inconsistent with access to affordable childcare, and the department is looking at what is possible in that respect. And we'll continue to look at that.
The Honourable Leader of the New Democratic Party on our final supplementary.
Thank you. We look forward to action on that file. This is a government that repeatedly agrees that we have an important issue on our hands, but then doesn't address it. Take seniors' incomes. The government agrees that the state of seniors' poverty is critical, acknowledges that almost every other province has an income benefit for seniors, and then says we would certainly consider doing it. But now, the Minister of Finance says there's nothing to be done. So again, the Premier's acknowledged an issue, but his government has refused to do anything about it. So I will ask again, will the Premier ensure that seniors have an income benefit that equals what seniors get in British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Ontario, Quebec, New Brunswick, and Newfoundland and Labrador, all of which are more than what seniors get here? Thank you.
The Honourable Premier.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And to that list of provinces, I'm not aware of any of them that have a seniors care grant. Yet we do here in Nova Scotia. Governments, and we understand the need to support Nova Scotians where we can. We'll always want to do more, but we certainly understand it. This year as a province, we absorbed close to $5 million in additional pharmacare costs. We held the line on seniors pharmacare. Well, you know, obviously the costs were rising, but we didn't pass that through, and we added a bunch of new therapies to that program too. So it wouldn't be fair to say this government does nothing. In fact, this government is a government of action that accomplishes a lot. We have lots to do, but we're getting lots done, Madam Speaker. Completely reject the premise that we do nothing. So it's not true.